What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This video we are looking at the Prizepicks plays for Wednesday, January the 25th. We have a 10-game slate today. They have a decent amount of games posted already for, it being 5:50 in the morning. So I actually have 6 props that I want to share with you guys. Yesterday in the 4 props, 3 and 1. Kyle Kuzma had a great game scoring, but did not give us those rebounds and assists we needed. Donovan Mitchell was free. His rebound and assist was 7.5. He doubled that with 16. Julius Randle also was easy hit as he got off to a crazy good start, knocking down probably 4 or 5 threes in the first quarter alone. He was red hot that game, put up over 50 PRA, and then Dinwiddie had over 20 points, so that was a hit as well. So let's get into today. Hopefully we can continue another at least 5-1 day today, if not 6-0. If you enjoy the videos, appreciate it. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. You can check out the links in the description. And let's get started. So there's a couple of points props I want to start with. The first one is I'm going to Toronto as one of the final games of the night. I'm taking Fred VanVleet over 20.5 points. This is going to be a great game for fantasy purposes, especially for if you're a fan of scoring, because the Kings play super fast. The Raptors, their starters don't really leave the court much as Nick Nurse plays these guys to the ground. So you should see a lot of scoring here. You should see a close game as well, especially with Anunoby coming back most likely today. I like VanVleet over 20.5. He played the Kings one time this year. He gave you 38 points, 39 points in that game. He's been hitting more shots recently, being aggressive. So I like him to continue to stay hot today. It's basically as simple as that. Great matchup. Should get some open looks tonight. Kings give up a ton of points. Fred VanVleet he's been hot recently. Pretty streaky player as well, assuming he stays hot tonight. Another scoring prop I'm looking at is Mike Conley over 10.5 points. He's been hitting this a lot recently. The reason, I don't know why it's down to, he could take his points and assists, but did that last game and he missed. If he should have taken his points last game, he would have hit it as he had 14. The matchup against Portland, they've kind of cooled off in the West after getting off to a great start. But he's close games. You're seeing Mike Conley play, up to like 32 minutes. 27 to 32 to 33 is where he's typically going to be at in most of these games. And he's been better with the scoring recently. As you can tell, he's had at least 14 points 4 out of his last 5 games. And then he had 13 against Cleveland on the 10th before that. He had a little couple games where he missed, and he gave you 18 against Sacramento. But over the last couple of weeks, he's been 5-1 and hitting at least 13 points. You're getting just 10.5 here. It is juiced to the over on sportsbooks a little bit, so I like this number. That's the second one. Looking at the third over points prop I'm going back to DeJounte Murray. Some of you might not want to after what he did last game. He was off to a great start. Scored a bunch in the first quarter, scored a bunch in the second quarter. He was running to halftime with 15 points. We just needed 6 points in the second half, and he came out and gave you 5 points in the third. You're thinking, okay, just one basket, 1 point even, get to the free throw line, knock down a free throw in the fourth, and he does absolutely nothing in the fourth quarter. So that was pretty frustrating. The matchup here is a great one, though, against the Thunder. They've been playing better and tougher games, so you should see, hopefully this game stays close and you get full minutes from both sides. Murray's been aggressive recently, even though fourth quarter he wasn't much. But if, at least early on, he was taking the shots, he made the first basket last game. I like him to score at least 21 points today. He's done decent against the Thunder in his career, but hasn't really faced up much. Obviously, with being his first year on the Hawks, playing next to Trae Young. But I like this one. You can take his points and rebounds if you wanted to, or his points, rebounds, and assists. But I'm fine with just the points. I'm expecting some scoring in this game, and Murray and Trae Young have been kind of leading the way for the team recently. And I like Murray for 5 points less. I like a lot of points props early on today. The fourth one I'm looking at is going to be a Warriors prop. You have Steph Curry at 27.5 points. You can also go to the other side and go with Ja Morant if you wanted to. But I like Curry. If you took his points last game, you missed it by 1, I believe. I think it was at 26.5. It's at 27.5. These teams, they go back and forth with each other. not fans, especially Klay Thompson, doesn't like the Grizzlies, called them out multiple times. Steph Curry's couple tough matchup against Boston where he hit this over. Last game, they did put up a ton of points against the Nets, 116, but they ended up losing that game by 4 points. He's played the Grizzlies a bunch of times. 29 points in the most recent meeting against them. That was May 2022 where he last played them. Then the game before that, he just played 25 minutes. Some reason he missed that one. Then he gave you 32 points, 30 points. So in last 3 games where he's played at least 30 minutes, he's hit this. He gave you 27 before that. A couple games where he missed it by 27, 24, 27. Then he had a nice streak where he had 46, 36, 39, 46, 28. That was back in 2021 against the Grizzlies in terms of scoring. I'm expecting this one to be another good game to target fantasy-wise and just scoring-wise. So I like taking the over on Steph Curry's points. You can take the other side and go Ja Morant if you wanted to. And I do like Keegan Murray a little bit. I like Fox over as well. Next prop we're looking at is a couple of points, rebounds, and assist props. Going Kyrie Irving over 40.5. He's finally doing what we thought he would do without Kevin Durant. It's not the easiest matchup against Philly, but Ben Simmons is making his return. So hopefully more focuses on Ben Simmons than just watching him kind of falter instead of trying to slow down Kyrie Irving. Expect Irving, he's played really well recently. Last 3 games doing well over this, scoring well, rebounding, and assisting well. And even though they're going into Philly, the Nets, if Irving continues to play like he did last 3 games, they will be in this game if he plays like he did the first couple of games like KD. It could be a blowout. I'm hoping it is the former, and we get a close game here where Irving is able to just dominate. And we know Irving and Harden, they have their own back and forth, so Irving should be looking to kind of stick it to Harden a little bit. And then the final prop, I'm going back to Toronto. This one I like Gary Trent over 23.5 PRA. Anunoby should be back today, which might hurt his playing time a little bit, but Nick Nurse is still going to give Trent a ton of minutes as long as he's not in foul trouble and he's playing well, which he has been. He's been scoring well recently. Hopefully that continues, and it should against the Kings in that matchup defensively. He can give you some rebounds. He's been great with the blocks and steals if you want to take that on sportsbooks, the over. But you should continue to start at the 2. The matchup is great, and wouldn't be surprised if he gives you like 30-plus PRA today if he has another good scoring night. So that's what I got for the 6 props today as of now. 20.5 on Van Fleet, 10.5 over on Conley, 20.5 another one on Murray, 27.5 over on Curry, and then 2 PRAs and Kyrie Irving and Gary Trent. So thanks for watching. Best of luck. Put some other props in the comments if you have questions, and I will catch you all next time.